Look at a typical 200 square foot courtyard in Greater Boston. You are boxed in by triple deckers, cut off from direct sunlight, and whatever rain falls here has nowhere to go. Fixing this space introduces the first major enemy of urban hardscaping: access. To renovate a yard, you normally need heavy machinery, but in these historic neighborhoods, your only access point is often this narrow brick-lined alleyway. Every pound of dirt and rock has to be moved by hand. Then comes the New England freeze-thaw cycle. Rainwater and melting snow pool in the yard, seep into the microscopic pores of standard concrete, and freeze overnight. The ice expands with enough force to heave and shatter traditional paving stones from the inside out. For over 30 years, American Elm Landscape has navigated these specific local hazards. Their approach is built on what they call old-fashioned pride, a dedication to structural integrity rooted in heritage masonry. But laying stones with traditional pride isn't enough to survive Boston's harsh winters and tight access routes. Protecting your investment requires abandoning standard surface-level techniques entirely and engineering a custom solution from the dirt up. A standard patio requires excavating 6 inches of soil and replacing it with a compacted crushed stone base. If you have to wheelbarrow tons of dirt and rock down a 3-foot wide path, the labor costs alone will ruin a project budget. To bypass heavy lifting, contractors use a Lion's Gator base. One lightweight panel replaces 130 pounds of crushed gravel, drastically reducing excavation. These high-density panels act as a thermal barrier. When frozen soil heaves, the frost line hits the base and stops, keeping the patio flat. That stabilizes the stone, but we still have to manage trapped liquid. In a walled-off city yard, dense soil cannot absorb heavy rain or pet urine fast enough, creating a surface that breeds bacteria and smells awful all summer. The solution is a specialized sublayer called the air drain geocell grid. It physically lifts the synthetic turf off the base layer, creating a 92% air void underneath. Liquid passes immediately through the surface and flows laterally away, keeping the yard dry. This hidden subterranean engineering is the foundation. Without it, any luxury material you install on top is guaranteed to sink, crack, or rot. With the foundation secure, American Elm layers on the visible aesthetics, starting with high-end, modern surfaces. They utilize TechoBlock HD2 pavers. The ultra-dense, non-porous slab completely repels winter moisture, locking out the water that causes freeze-thaw damage. If the surrounding architecture demands a heritage look, they use classic red brick locked in place with rapid-setting Gator polymeric sand. It sets in 15 minutes and prevents weeds, providing a durable aesthetic that matches historic Boston. To add greenery, homeowners naturally want real grass, but in a small, shaded box, constantly trampled by a dog, you create a permanent mud pit. So the softscapes are constructed with specialized Forever Lawn synthetic turf. Depending on the household, this means installing canine grass for dogs or heavily cushioned playground grass to absorb the impact of running children. Selecting these dense pavers and permeable turfs is a calculated strategy. By matching the right engineered surface to the right subbase, the yard requires zero maintenance and easily withstands brutal city usage. The final limitation is the footprint itself. When you can't build outward, the only design strategy left is to build up. This elevation drawing illustrates the approach. By integrating custom cedar raised beds hugging the perimeter walls, the design introduces low-maintenance native perennials without eating into the valuable square footage of the floor space. Next, they claim the vertical airspace above the yard. Stringing a soft, atmospheric canopy of overhead lighting pushes the perceived ceiling upward and makes the space highly functional deep into the night. Adding height and light psychologically expands the boundaries of the property. The claustrophobic feeling of being boxed in by triple deckers disappears, replaced by the atmosphere of a multi-dimensional outdoor room. A shaded, waterlogged city yard starts as a severe liability. By synchronizing a thermal base with vertical drainage, the system stops the mud and the frost heave before they ever reach the surface. Because the subterranean engineering handles the heavy lifting, the homeowner has complete freedom over the final look, whether they want the sleek, modern lines of large porcelain slabs or the classic texture of New England cobblestone. This technical approach addresses the traditional anxieties of city ownership. The stones stay level through the winter, and the ground remains dry and odorless during the July heat. The result is the transformation of a restricted city lot into the highest value room of the entire property. True old-fashioned pride in landscaping means executing every detail with care. Today, that means utilizing advanced materials and structural engineering to guarantee that the beauty you build is permanent.